It's Christine McKellar here. That's So Vegas with Mona Van Joseph, licensed psychic here in
Fabulous Las Vegas.
fabulous Las Vegas. And she's actually, as we mentioned previously, she's going to read my cards for me. And just like she does via radio
Right.
or probably even email, she'll pick the cards for me, but she's focused in on me. And
Right.
before we get into that, I want to bring up that licensing again
right,
because
right.
all of this, we're psychics and all are in these mediums, they can really mess you up if you're not with somebody who is actually.
Well, here's the thing. I have no doubt that some of these people have a talent. I have
Okay.
no doubt they have a talent. But I actually think that some of them are using them for evil, not good. They're using that talent for evil, not good. They're using that talent to extort money out of people. And I always tell this particular story. This woman called me at about 3 o'clock in the afternoon, and I didn't get to call her back till about 5:30. But when I called her back, I said, "Hey, it's Mona. I'm calling you back. You're interested in a reading." And she says, "Oh, I already went to see somebody." And of course, I got that kicked in the gut feeling like this, whoever she went to did something that was wrong. And I said, "Oh, by the way, if she said anything like you have a bad energy or you have a curse, it's crap. She's full of crap.
Yay, Mona.
You don't have a curse or bad energy." She goes, "I don't." And I said, "No." She goes, "Well, because she told me that if I didn't bring her $500 by sundown," and it was a quarter to sundown at the point I talked to her, that no one would ever love me.
Oh, this is worse than that
It's awful.
Kenya
but-
scam of $1 million in my bank account, whatever.
Oh yeah. Oh well, you heard about
And
the Florida money where this one psychic, alleged psychic, said to bring them all her cash, and bring her all their cash, and that she was going to bless their money so that it would multiply by 10 times within 5 years if she just had her hands on it for a little while. So they dropped off $275,000 in cash
This is so
to this
sad,
woman.
so sad.
And she said, "Come back in 3 days and I will give you your money back and then it will start to grow." Well, of course they moved. They're gone,
it's
you
so
know.
sad.
And it's sad, and and I have to tell you, there's a woman in New York that sued a psychic for extorting her out of about $27,000 to get her boyfriend back. But she won.
Oh,
And that was awesome.
Yeah.
So if anybody out there has ever had an issue where they've gone to somebody and they've started talking about bad energy or curses, report them to the police.
there you go. And
because-
you had to have a police check, did you not? To
Oh
have
yeah,
your
to
license?
get this license, you have to go through a criminal background investigation to have this license. It does not test psychic ability. It tests that you haven't taken little old ladies for their life savings. And I really, really, really want you guys, if you're having a reading with anyone in Las Vegas, because I believe Las Vegas is the only jurisdiction, Clark County is the only jurisdiction that actually enforces licensed psychics. So
All right.
you can report an unlicensed psychic, and they're usually advertising on telephone poles. They usually have an internet presence of maybe 1 or 2 things. Like I've seen people that are not licensed that are posted on Yelp, for example.
Oh, wow.
Because there's no address listed, there's an out-of-town phone number listed, and suddenly what happens is that people call them. And not
And they
only
give their credit card information over the phone.
well,
too,
not
or-
only that, I mean, you don't even want this person coming to your house, do you?
I wouldn't, no.
No, I mean, I work out of a beautiful Regis Executive Suite. It's an office. You walk in, and when you're there to see Mona, they don't go, "Oh, you're here to see the psychic?" They say, "Oh, have a seat. She'll be with you in a minute." And then you don't leave smelling like incense.
Right.
Nobody can overhear what you're saying.
That's
It's
always
just
good.
awesome. I have this wonderful private
So
office.
you can be your cards, or you could do it by phone at the office,
Right.
And
or a free question on my radio program.
and the free question on the radio program. Well,
Let's do your
yes,
cards.
before
All
we
right.
run out.
So when I'm doing a reading for someone on my radio program, I will draw 5 cards like I'm doing right now. And then I turn those cards over. Oh, this is awesome. Awesome, awesome.
Good.
Okay, let me talk about, you've got to decide that today is your New Year's Day. Okay? So, because what it's saying is that if you cling to crap that happened in the past, it will always trip you up. If you look at things as though everything is a bright adventure and that everything's happening for a reason, like you told me that you shifted your program to this wonderful venue,
Yes, I
and
did.
ever since you did that, things have really started to take off for you.
Amazing. Even my face and hair.
Awesome.
I'll talk
Okay.
about that later.
But what it's saying is that even though it's been a very challenging year this last year,
well, yeah.
it's saying you had to go through that in order to be where you are now. So if you look at everything around you as though it's a lesson, what these cards are saying is that this new adventure is going to pay huge dividends for you, and it starts by you being incredibly honest. In traditional tarot, this card is called the High Priestess. In my deck, it's called Inner Voice. What it means is that there is the nature of you that is connected with all things, that thread we talked about, all right? And that
Yes.
thing, that essence that's connected to all things sees the truth through your eyes. It hears the truth through your ears. It thinks the truth through your brain. It speaks the truth through your mouth. And it lives the truth through your heart. And if you operate by those 5 senses, then you can't help but have your 6th sense step in and tell you when all of those things add up, it goes in the right direction.
Amazing.
This card talks about the new direction you're going in. There are things that are going to challenge the crap out of you.
Okay.
You need to be willing to take up the challenge.
Okay.
And this is the happiest card in the whole deck. In traditional tarot, it resonates to a card called the Sun. So those of you who are familiar with tarot will know that that's an awesome card to get. But it's happiness, it's happy marriage, it's living in the moment. Taking advantage of what seems to just be presented right for you, which is just awesome.
That's beautiful.
Isn't that fun?
Wow, that's great. Again, this wasn't pre-planned or anything.
No, well, it's the
and-
first time I've met you. Although we've emailed each other
Yes,
before,
we have.
which is cool.
Yeah.
So,
Love it.
so I have this book that
This
I'm
is
giving
really,
you as a gift.
thank you. I appreciate
This
it.
is the book I published about 10 years ago. It's called Chancing Life, Wisdom in a Dice Toss. And it's a method of divination with
Don't
dice.
block your microphone.
Oh, sorry.
Whoa.
Method of divination with dice. And so I only have about 150 copies of this left because I self-published it 10 years ago.
I've done
well,
that.
Okay, so I've got a pair of dice for you. For
Okay.
you to use later. But
All
what's
right.
really cool is it's now an app. It's
Ah.
called Dice Wisdom. It was my
Welcome to
husband's
the internet.
fabulous idea.
Oh,
and I'm
hi,
going to
hubby.
show you the app. It's called Dice Wisdom. And what you do is you think of a question and then you tap the dice and it gives you the answer to the question.
Amazing.
Which is very cool.
But you reference the answer in the book. Is
yeah,
that
it's
correct?
actually the same thing that's in the book that's
Oh,
in here. So you rolled a number 6,
Uh-huh.
right? Which is the answer is love.
Oh,
Love what you do. Love everything
I
around
do love
you.
what I do, and I love
Right.
my guests, and I'm
And
having a
your
ball.
power gem that goes with, because I asked in my head, what's the best thing you needed to know? And love came up. But the supporting gem or mineral is platinum. So I want you to buy yourself some platinum.
That could be arranged.
I know, darn it all. Like maybe a little platinum ring that you wear on a chain or on your pinky or
I
something
think
like that.
This is platinum.
Oh,
I think,
awesome!
or
You
might
already
be
have
silver,
it.
It might be.
Oh, that looks like Tiffany.
You can't
That
even
might be
remember. I
sterling.
always
Okay.
wear this. There's
Anyway.
a thumb sway going on, I don't know what it is. But this is interesting too. Mona was telling
Oh.
me these die are from
They're actually
casinos.
from a casino because the dice are perfectly balanced from a casino, but you need to cleanse them.
In?
So they're buried in sea salt, and she needs to keep those in there for 24 hours. And then once she does that, she can always use the dice for readings, which is really cool. And by the way, let's say you see an amazing gem at a pawn store. It's absolutely okay to buy it. Just bury it in salt for 24 hours before you wear it. It cleanses.
Well, you're so full of everything.
Right,
I've heard
it-
that opals have to be a gift, that you should never buy yourself
well,
opals.
actually, you can buy yourself an opal.
Well, good, because I did.
Okay, you can buy yourself an opal. I actually think that's what the thing about energies and stuff is you got to realize the source of where it's coming
Okay.
from. You know, you just got
Uh-huh.
it's like anyone telling you bad energy is full of crap. I'm just telling you because
Oh.
you don't.
People aren't full of bad energy.
No, they're not.
Do they just collect it somehow because we do see evil people? I
Well,
mean, murderers
okay,
and things
'cause
like
the-
that.
the lighter
We have
y-
30 seconds to. This is a transcendental question.
Okay, but I'm just saying the lighter you are, the more you'll recognize bad energy. Just avoid it.
Interesting. Cut
Just
it out.
it's like a angel telling you what you don't want in your life.
I just love that you're so full of it's I just
Full of what?
You're full of the joy, because the minute I saw her glowing before I even when I
Thank
came
you.
around the
You're
corner
so
out
sweet.
there.
Thanks, you guys.
Yes, well, this has been a pleasure, and Mona is on Facebook.
Right. Mystic
and
Mona.
Mystic Mona, and while we were talking, I know Scotty's a gem and your contact info.
Right.
So
Mona-
it's Mona
Vegas.
.vegas.
I want to be like Cher or Pink or Madonna. Mona. Okay.
There you go.
www.mona.vegas.
That's wonderful, and I could just be www.christine.
Why not?
Well, because that's so Vegas.
Very good.
I really appreciate this, but I
Oh.
probably shouldn't let anybody else do it. Just do it for me.
No, just it's for you. It's
Okay.
personally for you, and there's a
Okay.
little journal you can keep with that, which
Okay.
isn't on the app, but you don't really need it on the
And I
app.
appreciate you taking the time
Oh, thank
and the
you.
energy to do that reading for me.
Oh,
I'm
my
happy it was a
pleasure.
positive
My
one.
pleasure.
Yeah,
Thank
this
you.
has just been a wonderful segment. I look forward to. Oh, one more thing. You also do events.
Oh yeah, trade
yes,
shows. Sometimes people will run into me at some of the special events in Reno and Las Vegas. So if you're signed up for a slot tournament, you want to ask if Mystic Mona is going to be doing readings at your slot tournament, especially in October, because I
Private
get
parties too, as
Oh,
well.
absolutely.
Okay,
yeah.
I'm gonna keep
Trade
that in
shows.
mind. I'm gonna have a launch party for that So Vegas. I want everybody to know
Oh,
about that
awesome.
probably in October.
Well, then maybe I
Ooh,
need to
fun.
be
You're gonna
there.
do some readings.
Yes.
This is so much fun. Thank you again.
Oh, thanks for being here.
And this is sponsored by Red Roof Inn, and I'm going to be back with Morgan St. James. She's a mystery writer, mystique,
Awesome.
and it's all good. Talk to you in a bit.